And we are live for the last Watercraft Network of the year.
One and done, son. Since September of 2017. That's when we started doing our internet radio show, Watercraft Network Internet Radio, before there were these live features that were, everyone's going live and doing these shows. And
Want to see our smiling faces?
yeah, here we are 4 years later, putting a bow on it, calling it done.
We actually started radio style.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, in September.
Yeah. And then everybody's like, "You guys should go live."
Yep, which was it was really cool. It was really cool to kind of, do what we did and kind of open the door and now see the other guys, doing stuff. It's really cool. We've had a lot of fun with it. Met a lot of great people. Had some incredible support for Watercraft Network throughout the years, and time for us to kind of go behind the scenes.
Actually, some of the interviews were pretty cool. What was your favorites? Just what you can remember. I mean, it's been 4 years, but what's your favorites?
Tara Lejo.
I knew it.
Obvious.
I knew it.
Look.
You always had a secret crush on her, though.
She's a small, petite blonde that rode a Superjet and an FX1, much like my wife. I can't, but we've had a lot of great people join us on the show, a lot of great support throughout the years, and it's been a lot of fun. And Watercraft Networks, like we said, we'll still be behind the scenes, but you'll catch us doing a live every now and then. We're working on some stuff, working on the Polaris Hurricane Yamaha conversion for Touring Pumps Daytona Free Ride. Going to be just a great machine. And speaking of canes, there's another event. Would be a mistake if we didn't mention. Belly Buster 2022 is gonna have one heck of a cane as a raffle ski.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see video of Scott and Rodney in the spring when they have that boat going and get it out on the water. I'm just really looking forward to it because
I can't wait to watch them yard sale off that stupid ass thing.
That will be fun as well. But what
they're gonna hop on that thing and be like, this piece of shit does not turn, and it's gonna be like, whoop, off they go.
You know what the good thing they have in their corner though is they have Rex Hayes right there in Georgia.
True.
If they need anything in terms of guidance, performance related, yep.
Rex Hayes,
the man, the myth, the legend.
Now that we're not doing this anymore,
yeah,
we can actually auction this off.
We should frame it and put it on the wall.
Or we can put it in the trailer.
That'd be cool. That's a good
Oh,
idea.
there you go.
Put some
That's
like
even
clear tape over it.
We'll
put it on the wall.
We'll frame it. We'll hang it in the trailer.
That'd be
Put
really
it on
cool.
the counter with his autograph.
Really cool. But again, Belly Buster 2022. If you haven't seen anything about it or really looked at it, go to the Carolina Watercraft page, like it, monitor it, watch for the Belly Buster 2022. Great event, and they're actually giving away a Polaris. Well, they're going to raffle off a Polaris Hurricane for charity. This guy's doing an amazing job down there. But it's really cool, you know,
And all the benefits go to Adam Buckler this year.
Oh, that they're going to Buckler this year?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And please also don't forget about the H2O Industries Giving Back campaign. All the proceeds from H2O Industries Giving Back campaign will also be going to Adam Buckler this year.
And also, there's been, 3 Xbox raffles from Mike Nichols?
I saw, I briefly, before I headed over here, I saw that Mike was doing that raffle, and what a great guy.
3.
Just what a great guy. That guy's
I think it's only the second Xbox they're giving away, because the first one, whoever won it just said, nope, donate it back, do it again.
Yeah, and I've been meaning to do. I've seen his posts, and I've said to myself, I got to buy a ticket.
Yeah, I think I said something on the post and then got busy with something else.
I just forgot, and
Doesn't matter, they're gone. I mean, as soon as he puts the thing up, I mean, he's only selling, 100 tickets?
yeah, it's something like that.
I think
They-
it's, so
then
you get a
poof,
1 in
they
100 shot,
Yep.
depending on how many tickets you buy, and then, boom, within minutes, the tickets are gone.
It's amazing. He's such a nice guy. Mike is from Shorelock Anchors, Shorelock Products. Great person. Gives back to the community in an amazing capacity. Just totally a stand-up guy. And great guy to have at any events. If any of you are looking, to get someone involved with your events and industry, business, real, true industry company, designed by a rider, Mike is one of those guys. Have him to your event. You won't regret it. He's amazing. He's absolutely just a great guy.
I think your stomach will hurt afterwards.
Fun to hang around with.
Your jaw and your stomach. You'd be laughing so hard.
That night he walked over to Devin Farthing's table and said, "The bill's on you. You're going to have to call your dad." I thought I was going to urinate in my pants. I was laughing so hard. He's such a
kid didn't know what to do.
But he did it all in good fun. He wasn't,
Well, the other part too. What was it? What's your plan with my buddy's daughter? Right in the middle of the restaurant.
Amazing. Just an incredible guy. He's got such an energy around him. He's so fun to have around, and he's obviously, I mean, look what he's doing for Adam Buckler. Total stand-up person. I mean, just a real, huge heart and a really good quality person. So, again, Shorelock Anchors, Shorelock Products. They just make a great line of products. And
check out Mike Nichols on Facebook, because I think he's going to keep doing this. As long as he can keep getting his hands on an Xbox or a PS2 or whatever he can get his hands on,
dude,
he's going to be auctioning these things off.
There's no PS2 anymore, bud.
Well, not there was.
What is it, PS5?
PS5.
All right,
sorry, I'm not a gamer.
All right, sorry.
Guys, we're going to get the 8-track out, and we're going to listen to some music.
Hey, listen.
Hey, that
Nobody
was in my
listens
first
to that
car,
shit.
Asshole.
Listen, we're not 8-track guys. We're vinyl, okay?
No,
we actually
that's
remember
true.
vinyl
Right,
as
but
kids.
the 8-track was in our car.
Yeah, I'm just saying, even before
You ain't putting
the
a
8-track.
vinyl in your car.
No, but before the 8-track.
1980 Firebird, kicking it. Some AC/DC, some Meatloaf.
Listening to a little.
I like Meatloaf.
We're not gonna take it.
We've been flagged.
Totally. Yeah, exactly.
Our volume changed.
Yeah, I just turned it off.
Nice.
Oh,
Canceled the show.
Oh,
What do you mean
all
it
right.
changed?
It got louder in our headsets.
That's because Kevin got louder next to you.
Hey, I'm sorry. We're
He
going
started
out.
jamming out to Meatloaf.
Wasn't Meatloaf. Who sang that song? We're not gonna take it.
Twisted Sister.
Thank you. I had a little bit of an. I knew it was Dee Schneider. I couldn't remember the band.
Twisted Sister.
Hey, so
What was Lincoln like as a president? Doug said.
oh, that's fantastic. Is that Dougie Wolf?
Yep.
Doug, a lot of love.
One and only.
A lot of love going out to the West Coast. You know, Doug.
Gary's on.
Doug, one of the catalysts for saying, hey, you guys should get off that internet radio and go video live. And,
Yeah, he was definitely.
Again, we've had a great time with it over the 4 years. It's just been, it's hard to do a weekly show. It's hard to dedicate the time, commit to it for another year. It's just something that we've had a lot of fun with, and it's really just not an easy thing. It seems like it's relatively easy. And honestly, I watched Cardone's show this past week, and he's been on hiatus for a couple weeks, and you can tell, the volume of stuff that Bobby had to talk about, it's so consuming. And I think, if it's not something you're doing, someone who's not doing a weekly show just really can't understand how complex it is to continue doing this. And like I said, we've had a lot of fun with it, had a lot of fun with everybody throughout the years. And it's just one of those where we have to put a bow on it. It's run its course. It's been over 4 years. And, we have so much to do in terms of other stuff, PWC related and safety classes and a local safety initiative that we're involved in. And we got Jet Fest coming back for its 15th year.
Plus now we're getting back into racing that we weren't really we weren't really into until maybe a year ago.
There's just so much going on that it's just really, really hard for us to continue with this commitment. So you'll see Watercraft Network live every now and then, doing something like we said, the Daytona Cane, or at a safe.
If we're at an event, Jet Fest.
Or
one of the races,
safe boater courses that we'll be doing,
Yep.
Throughout the winter into the spring, and stuff like that. So, but a lot of love going on. A lot happening on the West Coast too. It's going to be interesting to see, because you got that Jet Jam series there that's packed with dates, and then you got that new
Full Throttle.
Yeah, that new Full Throttle Water-X. I mean, and I see some of the RPM stuff too. They're looking at doing some stuff in conjunction with some other some relationship with the IJSBA. It just looks like there's a lot going on the West Coast that's going to be really cool for us to, kind of just sit back and watch behind the scenes and see how things play out. So,
yeah, hopefully the West Coast can pick up on their live feeds.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, so we can watch it, because I like watching the racing, period. Whether it's motocross or jet ski racing.
Well, you also had, Great Lakes Watercross came out with their events. And they got, the Triple Crown for freestyle. And part of that is with Ryan Kulka at Brave the Wave.
Yeah, it's really cool. I saw Brave the Waves. Dates came out, and that's one that you just can't miss either. Anybody in and around, that area, Michigan, man, what a great event. What a passionate person. Ryan, just one of those guys who's just such a great ambassador for the personal watercraft community,
I mean, he couldn't wait to let that cat out of the bag.
He's
he was dying.
And those, if you like stand-up watercraft at all, they eat, breathe, and sleep. They have other classes, though.
Mm-hmm.
They have a bunch of other classes, but
including juniors.
But a lot of the really good stand-up riders are coming from that part of the country. Taking nothing away against the South. A lot of great riders coming out of Florida, but that Michigan area, that whole
Midwest.
Yeah, it's
upper Midwest.
It's unbelievable for those climate conditions that you get the caliber of riders that you get out of that area. It's just
think about it. I mean, you're running in the Great Lakes. That's like running in the ocean.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It's kind of like being dropped into the lion's den. You're either going to learn to ride or you're going to give it up.
Well, they get 3 months riding season too.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they're taking full advantage of it.
It's pretty impressive, like you said.
Really.
But probably what their off season is they work out.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at intern?
Think about it every day. It's all they care about.
Why are you looking at intern?
How do you know I'm looking at intern?
Because I'm watching you looking at intern while intern's got his face buried into his phone.
And hey, speaking of which, we got to give intern here a little bit of love and shout out, because he gets his chops busted a lot. But
Jimmy?
as as super producer Bishop has started his own company and got super busy at work.
Look.
He doesn't like
Too
that.
bad we couldn't turn the camera around and get
Jimmy.
get that.
He doesn't like that.
If anybody watches Yellowstone,
Jimmy.
I mean
It's Jimmy.
Intern's new nickname is Jimmy. So if you know
the
Yellowstone,
the last scene I saw Jimmy doing, he had a horse badongadong in his hands, and he.
that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Then,
caught up.
then last week he got with the veterinarian that was making him play with the badonkadonk.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Good for Jimmy.
Poor
Let's see.
intern. Like I said, he catches a lot of slack, especially with super producer Bishop out starting his own company. But intern's done a great job for us in all seriousness. Getting the show up and running and handling all of our stuff on our IT stuff and computer stuff. He's really done a good job when Mel hasn't been here. So got to give him some love.
A little.
That's all he's getting.
It's about all he's getting from his.
That's it.
his
Done. Next.
sounds like the same degree of attention he's getting from his love interest Valentina.
He isn't getting any.
See, he's over.
You're talking to Valentina right now?
It's Crash.
Huh?
Yeah, all right.
He's over
Here we
there.
go.
He's over
We
there.
ain't got that kind of time for a show to listen to him. Cut, big guys.
Listen, intern's talking
time for
about
that
doing his
shit.
own show called the Valentina Spotlight.
Dude.
She's going over to King's Cup. Intern's her biggest fan, and he's like,
The
I think
only thing I can envision is just like this multicolored flag flying in the background with these two grown-ass men in Speedos. That's all I get for the background. Yeah, you're lucky I didn't change your background. Yeah. He looked.
Oh, I was definitely looking up there. I just thought about it. I'm like, oh, no.
oh, that would have been well played for the last show.
Seriously.
That would have been amazing. Would have
Shut
been
up, intern.
Hey, and while we're talking about love interests and fascination and maybe an unhealthy obsession, we're not going to get into interns' fascination with cougars, but we do have to.
I'm getting a little concerned about this part of the conversation.
No, we do have to give a lot of love going out to Liquid Molly. In all seriousness,
Oh, yeah.
the way Liquid
Thank
Molly
God.
broke into the community, the way they broke in, I mean,
He went right to the lube company. So I got nervous.
Just the way he was saying love interest, I was getting a little concerned.
No, I
Yeah.
just it's funny
Well,
because
Gary's on.
before
and he
before
said something before. What did he say?
got to anybody who's interested in the Liquid Molly product line should really reach out to
He said-
Gary LM.
He said, "Thank you so much to the whole team except for intern."
In all seriousness,
I'm just kidding.
just before this started, we were talking Supercross and all of the changes going on this season with Anderson going from Husky to Cowie and Tomac going from Cowie to Yamaha, and just Plessinger's
believe I
now
gotta
running
change
with
colors.
KTM.
Silly season.
Yeah, we're talking all and Liquid Molly is a world-class product. A lot of people don't realize, a lot of Americans, don't understand the caliber of the product of Liquid Molly, unless you're driving a real high-end import vehicle.
I got a Nissan.
There you go. There you go. I mean,
it's a high-end import.
but the
Frontier and GTR or
Same spelling. Same spelling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the Liquid Molly product line is really a world-class product that's known throughout the world. And when you look at, Supercross of Nations, MotoGP, Formula One racing, Liquid Molly just a staple in those realms of motorsports. Where
Well, I tell you what, if it wasn't for Gary, they wouldn't be in the marina as hardcore as they are now.
yeah, Gary's
That dude works.
He's done an amazing job. He is probably the best product representative that I've ever met in my life. Knowledgeable,
Knows in and out.
helpful, and it really will take the time to explain to you why Liquid Moly is such a quality product, and not just try to sell you like a typical salesperson. He'll say to you, hey,
it's education.
Yeah, it is, but
Well, and that's what he'll prove it. That slideshow, the first time we met him, he's like, no, I don't want you to just listen to what I have to say. I want you to see and learn where we come from. And
He
it
educated
changed everything.
us on the product before technically they were sponsoring.
and then he said use it. That
Right.
was the most amazing thing. He's like, listen,
Yeah.
just try it. Just try it and see what happens. And I'm telling you, I mean, we've used some really high quality oils throughout the years and had a lot of success with them. But the Liquid Moly product line, it's exactly what the advertisements that you see all over the internet say.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a superior
Well,
quality
you know, the
product.
best part is I can put it in my truck, I can put it in my pressure washer, and I can put it in a boat.
Oh, I mean,
Put it in anything.
yeah, I mean,
Jesus.
my snow blowers have, I have 2 snow blowers at my house. They have marine grade Liquid Moly in them. That's what they have. I mean, it's just, and you know what? I only start them when it snows, and they run all the time and move the snow. I mean, but
we put it in a little 350,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and then we put that in the water in Lake Michigan.
Yeah, it's just, it's.
I add I add the oil treatment to my truck, and then I add the fuel treatment to my tanks every time.
great product line. And, you know, for every application, not just personal watercraft. I mean, you go on Liquid Moly's website, and you can get product. I mean, it's amazing. Just the line of, they make a line of product for everything with a motor. It's just really great product, amazing support. And it's not like there's other oils out there that, anybody can become a dealer. Anybody can, get the product. And, Liquid Moly is really, really good about how they retail their product. Their pricing is very, very competitive. It's actually, for the caliber of the product, it's
right
actually,
there.
yeah, it's really, really good. And, it's just, they're one of the only companies that manufactures synthetic lubricants that is incredibly selective when it comes to their base, their crude product. They don't just buy what they can get just so they can mix up a batch and sell it. They're very selective, and I believe that's why their product is just such a high quality product, because they're careful with what they start with. You know what I mean?
A product is only a product, but what it is the people that stand behind it. And I've always told people, I just bought a brand new trailer. The guy liked my jokes. They're dumb, but I don't care. He listened to the shit I had to say, and I bought it. I spent a little bit more money, but I didn't care.
Right.
I like the guy.
Yeah.
And Gary is what I'm saying. Like, he backs that product up.
Oh, 100%.
It's him, to me.
And that's where you can tell it's a smart company, because they just don't have some of the, and Jody will remember this from racing back in the 90s, some of the reps for the local product line were guys that were, around the dirt bike tracks in 1962. They were old timers that have been around motorsports, and they were the regional rep for a product line. And they were somewhat knowledgeable, but they were salespeople. And that's the difference with Gary. Gary is such a well-informed believer. He doesn't have to sell you the product, because when he educates you and you then do a little bit of research and look at some of these other motorsports teams, global teams that are running the product, you then understand the difference between a Liquid Moly and some of the other products that a lot of people use.
Well, their commitment to the sport, though, is
Second
by
to none.
far.
Second to
when
none.
you have the president of the company come from Germany
To a jet ski event.
to a jet ski event in Georgia,
It's unheard of.
yes.
It's just unheard of. And great.
And he's willing to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, he was talking to the intern. He was talking to Shelby. It didn't matter who he
I
talked to.
And I can't believe he wasted his time talking to intern. I mean, it just doesn't make no sense. You know what I mean? It's
But
like
it was. I mean, he held legitimate conversations with everybody that was there.
And the reason, Mel, is intern was a little concerned, but when he heard lubricants, he got all excited, and we said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down.
So he got up off of Jody's leg and was able to talk?
Yes.
All right.
We're joking with you, intern, buddy. We're just
No,
giving
we're
you a hard time.
not. I'm
But-
not.
But again, you know,
I've known this kid way too long, and he's gotten away with way too much. He's getting it. He's getting it.
it's the last show. You got to take a little bit of heat. You got to take one for the team. But again, a lot of
Stick it
love
to
going
the
out to
man.
Liquimolli. Like you guys said, Gary, super approachable. I mean, probably one of the most you guys know it's hard to get a hold of a company and get a hold of a really knowledgeable representative. I mean, look at some of these guys that you have that work the parts counter at some of these places. Hell, go into a Napa and ask them for
don't even
for
get me started.
anything, and they're going to immediately you're looking for air fresheners. They're going to ask you what year, make, and model your car is.
As
You know
a
what I mean?
four-wheel drive.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And to have someone as knowledgeable and as invested, like you said, in unbelievable, great product.
They always say, if you have a plan, like a backup plan for your normal plan, your that first plan isn't going to work out because you have the backup plan.
Right.
Gary don't have a backup plan. This is his life.
Yep.
You know what
Both
I'm saying?
feet in
And-
there.
Yep.
100%. And again, the product speaks for itself. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
We've had a ton of success with it. Everyone we know has had a ton of success with Liquimolli product. I don't think you'll hear a bad review on it, period. And
Well, I didn't really hear anything about boats failing in race time
no.
breakdown because the oil broke down the pistons. So
No,
I didn't really hear any of that this
No,
year.
it's just such a great line of products, and we're honored and humbled to have their support, and we can't thank them enough. And they
Hell yeah. We'll always support Liquid Molly.
100%.
And they got a great logo, so it's easy.
We're
It looks real good on the side of the trailer, too.
Yeah.
honestly, just because we're not doing the show, that's entirely right. Doesn't mean we're not going to utilize the product line and continue to use the Watercraft Network platform, to continue to expose some of these products that we know and have had a lot of
Success.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's a lot of success. Like fluid film. Fluid film is another one that one of you guys brought up. We haven't given them a lot of love, and we shared a fluid film post this week, and I mean, that's just such a great product. For a rust inhibitor.
Well, you got to realize
And rust proofing.
Yeah.
some people think that saying Liquid Molly and fluid film in the same sentence is wrong. But to me, that's a whole different
Two
product
different products.
concept. Like
Yeah.
Liquid Molly is going to save your engine.
Yep.
You're not doing
Fluid film's
rebuilds.
going to save your body, your frame, your suspension.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a whole
I
other
mean,
ballgame.
one of their product lines is rust proofing.
Yeah. So I just want people to understand that.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
there is no real like conflict there. I mean, Liquid Molly is, like you said, internal, and fluid film. I mean, I'm surprised it's not utilized more in the southeast. By the Floridians and by those folks in the Mid-Atlantic area. It's such a good rust inhibitor, and inside your engine compartment, pump cables, everything. Just a great product, and we've had a lot of success with it here in the Northeast for, with snow removal stuff, and just a great product. And again, that's what we'll use the Watercraft Network platform for moving forward, exposing a lot of these products in real-world applications. We're going to show, we're changing oil in something and using Liquid Molly. You're damn right we're going to put up a video of that.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing using the fluid film products. And
And if we don't like your shit,
we're not going to talk about it.
No, we're going to talk about it, but I'm going to let you know. Your shit's garbage.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, exactly.
I will.
Same thing again going out to WSM Performance Products. Great company, stands behind everything. And they did a great job for us this year. Donated a mat kit for the Blaster. Donated a mat kit for the 440. They do a great job in supplying product. And replacement parts for a lot of the stuff you may need for your watercraft and performance-orientated stuff. WSM Performance Parts been fantastic to us. Great relationship with them, and they're available all over the country. look up WSM, go directly to them for some
Well,
of
I'll
your
tell you what, Belly Buster should thank WSM because most of that cane is built.
WSM
That
Performance
new
Products.
motor is, yeah, it
That's
is.
a good point. And the other
So-
one they can thank is Watercraft Superstore
You bet your
SPT.
ass. Yep.
Because, again, that cane that's going to be, the Hurricane that's going to be raffled off the 2022 Belly Buster is literally is brand new under the hood, and it's all either WSM Performance Products or Watercraft Superstore SPT. It's got that entire third-generation electronics in it. It's just absolutely an amazing boat. And, again, Watercraft Superstore SPT Blacktip HydroTurf has been so supportive of not just Watercraft Network, but, events like the Belly Buster, events like Daytona Free Ride coming up, events like Brave the Wave, just a amazing company in Watercraft Superstore SPT Blacktip.
And our favorite, Jet Fest.
Yeah, of
They've
course.
supported Jet Fest for just
for
about
15
all 15 years.
15 years, they've been a
above
sponsor.
and beyond.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
they've gone way above and beyond. I mean, they've just been incredible to us at Watercraft Superstore SBT Blacktip. Absolutely incredible. The degree of support that they invest back into the community. Really, if you're talking about somebody, Watercraft Superstore SBT Blacktip, and now HydroTurf, they're second to none. They support literally every event out there. Really a great company. And their customer service, we've said it for years on this show. Their customer service there at Watercraft Superstore is second to none. I mean, over 10,000 parts in stock. Everybody's, I can't get parts. The ships are stuck off off of Long Beach. And Watercraft Superstore has anything you could possibly need. They're just an amazing resource to this community. And
Well, their ships are coming into Miami, and DeSantis is going, come on in, guys.
yeah, they do a great job. And they're a great company, and like we said, they stand behind their products, which is, just absolutely incredible customer service. Can't even
Can't thank them enough.
amazing. So as we said, we'll continue to support all those companies. And,
That's
and
right. One of my favorite people to plug is Bombers.
totally,
I absolutely love that product.
You know why?
It's my favorite.
Why?
Because it floats in the bathtub. I could be cool as shit with the candles lit. It floats in the bathtub.
I wasn't going to go quite down that road,
cool as
but he
shit.
opened a door.
Cool as shit with the candles lit. That's amazing. That's great. Another one we got to give a huge thank you to. A guy who makes a lot of what you see online possible is Maverick.
Oh,
Mav-
100%. He's on there right now.
Mav has been unbelievable.
But he's pissed. He
has-
says, you guys sent your snow to Cali. It's dumping 20 minutes from somewhere.
Hey, we just want to spread the wealth.
Yeah, exactly, Mav.
Yep.
We'd love to send you probably about 80 inches of snow that we're going to get this winter. We'd love to send,
But-
2/3 of it.
I can definitely appreciate Mav to an extent to where no matter what situation I was in, I could get him hooked up to the computer. I mean, shit. We got this computer from him, this laptop.
Yeah.
Everything laid out through Watercraft Network is all through Mav. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be doing this shit. We'd still be stuck on radio.
No, he does an amazing job. And the quality of what you see, anybody a couple weeks ago who watched Naples World Finals on CBS Sports Network, which was a great show. It's all Mav. Mav does everything in terms of
Video production.
of what you're seeing live, for personal watercraft stuff, West Coast, East Coast. 90% of that is all Maverick driven, and he does an amazing job. And his dedication to the sport is just incredible, and he's been super supportive of Watercraft Network. And I'm sorry I didn't get an opportunity to hang out with him in Naples. I got a little banged up, so didn't really get an opportunity to see Mav. But
Well, Aquaman's got plenty of things to do.
this is a good point. I had to go swim. Look, I wanted to sample the water, okay? I hadn't been swimming yet. It was the final moto. There was only a couple laps left. Sometimes you get a little, you need to go for a swim.
Stick in your head where it doesn't belong.
But a lot of love going out to Mav. And
Sorry, was that too soon?
no, it was good. It was well played. It was very well played. And again, a lot of love going out to everybody who supported the show over the years. I mean,
Whether it was negative or positive.
yeah, we don't give a shit about the negativity. What's funny is, and you guys know this because we've talked. I don't. After getting whacked, I don't give a shit about negativity. I don't care what people say. That's why. To Cardone, I say, forget about the haters. Do your show. You do a nice job. The other Nobody show out there, the guy from Nobody, shows a complete rip-off of what Watercraft Network has done and what Bobby went on to do. Nobody products. The guy does a horrible job. All he is just someone who's trying to imitate and ride on someone's coattails. Bobby does a great job, and I advise him, forget what the haters say. Who cares? It's the fucking internet. You know what I mean? Hell, there's fucking hookers screwing donkeys on the internet, and people are concerned about what someone says on social media. Who cares?
Is that in your browser?
No. Intern told me about it.
Oh, okay. But I just wanted to verify.
In all seriousness, man, it's the internet. Who gives a shit what people say? Don't let the little shit bother you. I mean, the best thing you can do is be a good ambassador for the personal watercraft community when you're at the water. That's really where this community needs support from riders, because that's really where we get hurt.
Speaking off topic of your little rant, so Kate got a card in the mail, right?
Nobody knows who Kate is.
It's my boss, my old lady.
His boo.
My boo-boo. So
the holder.
The holder?
It's smooth down there. So, but what it was a card that actually brought up safety. So what it says something about, for new four-wheeler riders, come check out our site. We have YouTube videos available for you, for your safety, for your family. So I thought that was pretty cool, because we've always talked about it needs to come from
the manufacturers.
The manufacturers. It came from the manufacturer. Actually, I think I have it in my truck, and I was just intrigued by that actually came through.
It's a great point, because the manufacturers have really done a great job over the past probably 20 years, Jody, of really getting on motorcycles, ATVs, and snowmobiles. Yep. They've become a lot more active with helping to market and really push safety. And I think that
safety courses.
Personal watercraft is the one area where the manufacturers haven't done as good a job of really, really helping their customer base in terms of safety. And, I go back to Cardone did a show that I caught this past summer, and he was talking about someone that he knew that went and bought a brand new machine from a Sea-Doo line dealer, and how the line dealer knew nothing about the boat. And that's more common than a lot of us would believe. A lot of us who have been around watercraft and take it for granted that we know all the little things about the craft and the do's and don't do's. A lot of that isn't relayed to new operators, 30 years after the product really came to the market.
And part of it is they're taking it, making the assumption that because they're buying a personal watercraft, that they know how to operate it.
Right.
And just because you can afford $17,000, $18,000, $20,000 now for some of the Highline craft, you know what you're doing. And it's the worst craft you could be getting on.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. As you say, a lot of these line dealers assume that these people are experienced boaters. And I think the other part of it, too, is you do have, dealerships where, look, everybody's looking to hire somebody. People don't want to fucking work anymore. The job market's amazing, and I can imagine some of the people they have working at these facilities where they're not as well-versed with the machine as they should be. Exactly. They're not as fluent, and they can't relay that information. And that's why it's so important as riders to really, forget about the little shit. Don't get pissed off at the water.
The biggest thing, the safety is this huge word, but you got a lot of little entities trying to do things like Ron, those guys are trying to, Teresa and Maria up north, but they're all the little guys,
right.
little or gals, and it hasn't really hit mainstream enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
You're
there.
exactly
Doesn't
right.
until it happens to you.
Right. But then it's too late. And,
Yep.
and that's the problem. And I think that all of these user groups are starting to help. I mean, I know that we can't say that Watercraft Network is perfect
Right.
because, I'm at Jet Fest photographing, skis off the back of a boat. Not supposed to do that.
In a
So-
controlled environment, though.
But I'm just saying, I'm not saying we're perfect,
Right.
but we try our damnedest to, put that safety perspective in there. And if we even see for a moment that the shit's getting out of control, it's done.
Shut it down.
You're not getting a second chance.
You bring that up about Jet Fest. We had organized chaos.
Correct.
Excuse me. It was you're jumping from this side of the boat
That's right.
that way and then making the swing around
Right.
and coming back. And it's
And we
one
had-
at a time.
And that's-
No couches running.
No. And that's the good thing, when you get really good, some of the riders, and you can tell from the pictures that we had at Jet Fest, were incredibly talented riders. You can't take that away from
yeah.
them. And the good thing is when you get talented riders who are intelligent people to begin with, out in a controlled type of environment, they set the tone. They set that setup
Yep.
so that there was no one jumping into a wake that someone else was entering.
Jody literally spent 5 minutes in a circle with all these guys. I think there was one girl. And that was it. They already knew. They knew what it was going to be like, and they didn't play around. They enjoyed themselves. Like, they loved this shit. But
And
just
I
saying.
know from doing it for years, it's the way you go towards the direction the boat's going, turn back so you're turning at the boat to hit its wake. And from the people you ride with, from just the facial contact, that you have with the other rider, what's going on. And I think that's so important when you get really good riders with that degree of communication. And that's where a lot of this is, you don't have that with a lot of what you're seeing in terms of accidents. You don't have that ability to contact with other operators. Vessel-to-vessel collisions on watercraft are huge. The numbers are massive. Jet ski operators hit everything. They hit each other. They hit fucking swimmers. They hit docks. They hit boats. I think part of it is not having that experience to communicate to the guy over there without even talking to him.
Yeah, well,
you know
the
what I
other
mean?
part of it, too, is also showing off for a damn camera.
Oh, and that's the other thing.
And
You're right.
that's a bigger problem.
You see that with a lot of these user groups. And, it's not a popular thing to say. I've said it before, that Florida ski riders, that last ride they did, that was dangerous. I mean, they're breaking 30 navigation laws just in what they put up there. And that's what these companies, these activists, these people that want to ban personal watercraft from certain municipalities, areas, bays, environmental places, that's the stuff they use, is those videos of those morons behind that.
Unfortunately, they do use the negative part of everything. But they don't show and see is what they do on land when they're sitting there donating a shit ton of money to organizations to helping them out.
And
so
I'm
I
not-
get that part.
I agree with you. I'm
And,
not
and
what I'm
that's a
saying?
whole nother
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
No, I
another
know, but
conversation.
But no,
But I
Mel's
think
right,
people
though.
forget. It's no different than PETA. Go hug a tree, and I just shot a deer.
No, but you're right. That's a
Like-
really good point, because you don't want to take away from the stuff that they do well. Florida Ski Riders has raised a lot of money for charity. They've done a lot of things, and they're a very high-profile group. But to be so careless to post some of what they post on the internet and ride the way they ride in a large group, it really takes away from what they not that what they do. Yeah, not that what they do off the water is invaluable. It's very, very, very benevolent of them. But, they really put the community at risk by a lot of the things they do on the water. And I think that's the danger. When we started Jet Fest 15 years ago, there were no ride groups. It was only through the AWA. There were no social media. Now there's, in this country, easily over 100 ride groups, all of them vying for attention, social media likes, validation within the community. And people are just, like you said, turning into glory hounding on the camera, and it's really, really dangerous. And hopefully that real focus on safety and being a good ambassador for the community really starts to become a focal point instead of just wanting to get internet likes because you're spraying some guy. So.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, hey, look, again, we've had a good time with it. You'll see Watercraft Network pop up here, there, anywhere. Never know where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing next. But as we said, a lot of love to Liquid Molly, WSM, Watercraft Superstore, Bomber throughout the years, Fluid Film. Just amazing support. Thank you to everybody who supported the show. Dougie Wolf, Doug, we love you. It's been too long since we've got to see, Wes Nichols down in Florida, Chris Sutherland,
he
all
was
these
on
guys.
too.
Ryan Kulka, Ron and Tamron from,
we'll still see everybody.
Yeah,
we can get out to the events.
We'll see you, but it'll be in a different capacity. So, stay safe out there. Enjoy the off season, and you'll see us doing some stuff.
Oh yeah, we'll be on. We'll still have our Facebook page and doing all that BS.
And for the last 4 years, thanks for all the support. We appreciate it.
Huge.
Appreciate everybody.
A lot of love.
Thank you.
Until then,
we're out.
Thanks.